I want you to take a look at this chart. Most companies focus on one or two of these measures when looking at account management performance. Can you tell me which one of these is the key to managing the rest? The answer may surprise you. Let's discuss the key account management role and see if we can discover the correct answer. Hi, my name is Vic Hunter. I'm from Hunter Business Group, and I want to just spend some time talking with you about account management. I had the privilege of serving on the board for the Strategic Account Management Association, and I got to work every year with the best of the best. These are leaders in their companies, global leaders representing their company to customers. And I really began to appreciate the long-term value that these individuals add to the relationship that their company is having with the customer. These are people that understand the needs of the client. They're making the promise. They're differentiating the company around brand. They're rallying the troops inside the company to serve that customer. They're the managing relationship with that customer, and they really deliver on the promise. The Harvard Business Review says, key account management is one of the most important changes in selling during the past 2 decades. It is a radically different organizational process used by business-to-business suppliers to manage their relationship with strategically important customers, and it produces measurable business results. So, since strategic account managers grow organic revenue in your best customers, it's important to invest in their growth and to manage their performance. But how do you do that? Take another look at the 5 categories of measure. The measures of value build up over the long-term relationship. All of these are important and should be examined. But if you research any company, this one for example, you'll note that usually only 2 or 3 activities account for a majority of the change in buying behavior. So each of these measures has several activities that move their numbers up or down. But how can you find and focus on just the few that move your customers' behavior? So, if you can link 4 or 5 activities to each of those 2 or 3 drivers that control 70% of the buying behavior, you've discovered exactly what drives the other 4 economic measures. You can only do this by measuring loyalty and loyalty drivers, yet the measures get the least amount of attention at 14%. Focusing on revenue, margin, profit, share of wallet, and new contracts without knowing and acting on the drivers of those outcomes is like having a map that shows you where you are, but not how to get to where you want to go. Yet, most account managers keep driving anyway, increasing certain activities and decreasing others. So when you look at the performance research results for each account manager, you see different scores for each account, although the account manager seems to be doing the same activities for all of them. The greatest risk to your customer base is not managing the performance that creates the economic outcome you want. Understanding and measuring the drivers of loyalty facilitates an account management model that delivers these drivers. It identifies and tracks pain points and then implements process improvement that continues to build more valuable economic outcomes. In other words, it's the framework for the performance management of your account manager, and that management in turn is foundational to organic revenue growth. Several years ago, we created a SAM assessment tool for reviewing these customer-centric operations. We identified 15 dimensions of the assessment and set standards for each area of review. Our most important findings were that without qualified customer feedback, an internal assessment of operations became activity defined, lacking priorities and value. I'd be happy to send this readiness assessment to you for a closer look. So the loyalty drivers really are driving the economic measures and the economic outcomes of your account management system. And to not understand those drivers or the attributes that support those drivers really put at risk the ability to manage this economic outcome. Well, we'll take a look at how to hire the best account managers in our next session. But for right now, if you have any questions about loyalty or loyalty drivers or how these loyalty drivers actually drive economic outcomes, just drop me a note. This has been another Idea Engine from Hunter Business Group. Performance management of your account managers.